Okay. So if the application server is down, right? So how to troubleshoot it, right? So if the application server is down, we cannot connect from the SAP GUI. That is the first place. Why? Because not only everybody, no one cannot connect it. So it is down. Then how to troubleshoot it in this case? So we have only one option, OS level, operating system level. We can check the work directory logs. So before that, we need to check so using the dpmon command, we can check the status of the work process. Status of the work process. So why? Because in the status, if all are running, definitely that is expected. No one cannot log into the system. No one log into the system, right? So if the work process status, we need to check. So what is running? Is there any job or is there any report? Something is running. Why the background work dialog work process are not free? We need to check it out. Sometimes what happens, your ASCS instance will be down, means message server will be down. Sometimes DB connectivity will
ఇంత
lost.
సౌండ్ వచ్చిందా?
Sometimes application will lose the connectivity to the database. Then using the R3 trans-D, we can check the connectivity between SAP and database. So if the results are 0, then connectivity is fine. If the results are 12 or different, then the database side we have issues. So we need to check the space, memory, then any user like schema user is locked or not, all the areas we need to troubleshoot it. So while doing this one, you will come to know where is the exact issue, then we can find out. So we can fix it out based upon that one. Yeah. The multiple reasons, maybe database side issues, network side issues, maybe schema user is locked, CPU related issues, memory related issues, then any other issues we have. So based on that, we may have to check and fix the related. You will get the close if you check the work directory. You check the work directory. So what's happening with your work process? So we'll get the close. Based on that close, we can fix the issues. Any other questions, anyone?
Sir,
Sir,
yeah. Sir,
go ahead.
if the work process in the preview mode for more than one or two application work process, at the time we can kill it, sir, from the
Private mode, right?
Yes, sir.
Private mode, if the work process are in the private mode, so maybe why work process, first of all, we should understand the why work process will go to the private mode. So which means if when we don't have enough memory, so SAP allocated memory we don't have, so then work process start using the operating system level memory. So when the work process are starting using the operating system level memory, immediately work process status comes to the private mode. Private mode means private memory it is using, which means so anytime your system will go down. Why? Because work process is using the private memory. So when the operating system comes to the 0 MB, 0 KB, the free memory, immediately it will go down. So in that case, we need to check what exactly this work process is running. Suppose any other user report, background job, or what exactly it is running. So might be a user related issues only. So either we can ask the user to log out from the system or cancel his activity, or we can also manually cancel the work process so that the memory will get released it here. So when the user got logged out or when the user session got cancelled from the system, immediately whatever the memory he occupied, that memory will be released. So we should understand why the work process will go to the private mode. Then based on that, so we can take the action. Maybe job is running, we can cancel the job definitely. Maybe because one job, entire system is going to down, right? So the system is having the memory issues. Based on that, we can fix the issues.
Sir, what is the command for killing the work process from the OS level, sir?
OS level, kill -9 process ID, we can use it. Kill -9 process ID, we can use it. Otherwise, if it is the Windows, very simple. Go to the task manager, go to the details. So then check the in the each process there is a process ID, right? Suppose I want to kill it, right click and end the process tree or end the task, I can kill it out here. If it is the Linux system, then each work process there is a ID, right? Kill -9. So the process ID, if you type it here, then immediately the process ID will be killed. Means the work process will be cancelled. Means whatever the work process is running, everything will be cancelled status.
Sir, in the root user or SID ADM user, sir, we need to.
SID ADM is enough. Sometimes SID ADM user does not have the authorization. Then in this case, root user we have to try it. But if you are starting with the root user, if you are typing, then definitely the process will be cancelled.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sir, what is the use of BDLS during this?
Yeah. So the use of the BDLS is BDLS, logical system conversion, right? BDLS. So logical system conversion. So logical system conversion here, which means, so after the restore, we will get the all the production logical entries, production system logical system name. This is the production logical name in the logical system name in each table. In each table, you will get it out. The table name called the, so logsys, the field name is called the table field logsys. So in the table level, the data insertion will happen based upon the this field. This is the client number. So based upon the logical system, right? So PRD, CLNT, 100 client, 200 client, 300 client, only one table based upon logical system. Your multiple entries will be inserted into the table level. Multiple insertion will happen. So you are restricting production from quality or development, then production entries will be in the quality. Then how the data insertion will happen? Why? Because production entries in the quality system. Then we need to convert it here. So that's why there is a transaction code BDLS. Using this one, we can convert from so production CLNT 100 entries to so the original entries, like so the quality CLNT 100 client, we can convert it. In this way, quality system we should be quality logical system only. So the data insertion from the application will happen based upon this one. If you have the production, in the quality you have the production, how the data will be saved into the table level? No. So we have to convert it. Each and every table level, we have to convert it here using the BDLS transaction code.
Sir, what is the type of roles?
What is the
Type of role?
type of role?
Yes.
No, type of roles, right?
Yes. Roles, yes.
Roles. Okay. In the roles, by default, you will get the SAP standard roles. But apart from that, we can also create the customization roles. So which means why? Because standard roles contains the standard authorizations and everything, but it does not fit for the our business requirements. So that we need to, security team will create the customization role here. So there are the types of roles, right? Single role and composite roles here. Single role and composite role here. Composite roles here. Single role means normally which you create the one role, that is called the single role here. But combination of collection of single roles are called the composite roles here. Collection of single roles are called the composite roles here. So it means multiple roles, we can make it as a one role here. That is called the composite role here, right? Single role and composite roles here, right? Composite role space, we can simply user administration. It consists of the multiple single roles here. The users who are assigned to the composite roles are automatically they are assigned to the all the single roles as well. Means multiple roles it is assigned to the one composite role. One composite role, if you assign to the user, then all the roles you can able to access it here. Access it here. There is a role also. So derived role, right? Single roles can be derived into the from the respective organization values into derived roles here. So they will derive the role from the single, and they will their respective organization values and everything they will maintain in the in that derived roles here. Why? Because some customer they need only one plant access, not the multiple plants here. So like that, so we have the roles are there: single role, composite role, derived role. Derived role means which we can derive from the a single role only here. The number of the number of differences between the single derived roles. For the starters who are the starting, there is a huge concept here. There is a but you can remember the single role, composite role, and derived role. We can derive from the single role, and we can assign the organization values, and those things, some limitations we can set in the derived roles here.
Sir, in
Sir, how
derived role,
to
we can delete the T code, right? But in composite role, we can't delete any T codes. Is
Right,
it
right,
correct?
right. There is some restrictions in the composite role here. Why? Because it's
Okay.
a collection.
In single role also some restriction there, right?
Right.
Okay. Means derived role, we can change the T codes. Means like change and delete the T code. We can do the editing, but in single and composite, we can't.
Right.
Okay, fine. And suppose, sir, if we want to give the permission to only display the user, if we are giving means like SAP all, but we want means like only users to display the data. So how can we means do that?
That more level security. So that is the different part. So in that case, what we have to do, we have to can copy the SAP underscore all. So SAP underscore all role to the one custom role. You can copy it here. Then after that here, what you can do, you can do the some authorization objects or values. We can do it in the PFCG. So let me show you. So it's more or like security, more security related topics here. So right. So let me log in.
Sir, please explain that SNC also during the creation of user.
User creation in the SNC, right? That is
Yes.
the GUI side. Without just if you double click it, automatically you will be logged into the SAP systems with SNC secure network. So why? Because there is a SNC configuration. So that SNC configuration we have to do it in the SNC wizard. There is a SNC wizard. So that using the transaction code, there is a one service user. Let a lot of configuration we have to perform it. But let me explain. If you go to the PFCG, so for the roles related things, to get the display access, the only thing is here. So we need to assign the authorization object is required. So for the particular transaction code, what is the authorization object? Let me load it, this one. Okay, so what we have to do, we need to go to the authorizations concept. Okay, in the authorization concept, so there is a go to the authorization, change the authorization data. Okay. So suppose any transaction code, you don't want to give the full authorization. So you want to give only display authorization. Then go to the change the authorization data. The authorization fields and everything will be loaded. For example, so go to PFCC. Suppose I'm creating the one of the role like Z underscore SAP underscore all. Okay. Create the single role here. For this role, okay, go to the authorization. Okay, go to the authorization. First of all, save the role. So this part will be security. So don't worry that time. So not in detailed security we will discuss. Only some certain R3 security level activities we will discuss. So not like JRC, more organizations level, not that part will not be covered. But we want to restrict only display access. We need to go to the respective role. Don't select the template. So go to the manually. Then what is the authorization object we want to take it out? What is the authorization object for the for basis the transaction code? Suppose to find out the authorization object for the transaction code. So there is a transaction code, I think SU24. We can find out the authorization object, the respective authorization object for the that transaction code here. So we can go to here. What is the transaction code? Suppose SCC4. Okay. In the SCC4, just click on the execute button. You will get the authorization object values. You will get it out here. You will get the list of authorization objects. Where is the filters? So the value will be, the object values will be displayed here. So no filters here. Suppose like I can say like BDLS. Okay. BDLS execute. This is also not displayed here. No, there's something wrong. RSU22 transaction code SCC code. So it will display the respective authorization object. So like this, see here, system authorization, right? System authorization here. So this authorization object, copy it here, which is required the, so only display access, right? So then go to the here, we can maintain the S underscore ADM underscore FCD, the value. So then you want to only give the display access here, display access here. So just go to the system administration function. So here, so you don't want to give the full authorization, only display access. Here, just see the, where is the client related settings here. So system log, system messages, so database related things here. So you don't want to give the full, so just only So you have the transaction code. So you can see it here. Each transaction code, there is a value here. So then you can check it out here. Where is the SCC4? So SCC4 transaction code. So we can select it. Then we can only give the display access here. We can only give the display access to the transaction code here. Suppose like system log. So select the respective transaction code. So then, so you can just give the, instead of full author, if you give the full authorization, then full authorizations will be displayed. Just only select it, then so normal only display authorizations they will get, right? Only you can only display the values here. Then so you can generate it, then save it, generating the execute profile will be created. So generate. So authorization, the value you created here. Then you can assign to the user. Then user can only get the display access of the transaction. Only thing is you need to find out the corresponding authorization object here. Then corresponding authorization object you have to find out. Then you need to copy that authorization object. Then we can assign it. That is what we have to do it.
Okay, thank you, sir. And so, they are mostly most asking question is like which product do you use and the version and the which database currently are you working. So a database is right, HANA database we can tell, but the product can we tell like
Yeah,
ECC?
ACC is definitely you have to tell the ACC, BW, CRM, then SRM. Then you need to tell the PI systems, PO systems, and the portal systems. Yeah, these are the common for every organization. So you need to tell this all are on the HANA database, like that you need to explain. What is your landscape? Okay, means my landscape contains ECC, BW, CRM, SRM, PI, PO, portal, and solution manager. We have the solution manager also, some companies. So then definitely the Solman. Then all are installed on the HANA database. So each landscape, each product, each system. So we have the development, quality, regression, then production, like that. So you can tell 4 system landscape. Some customers 3 systems, but you can tell the 4 system landscape.
And sir, they are asking like which versions are you currently working?
Like you can say like they may only ask the ECC. You can say like ECC 6.0 EHP7 or ECC 6.0 EHP7 or EHP8. Most of the customers they will are in the EHP7 or EHP8. You can say this one. BW it's like SAP NetWeaver 7.5. So remaining all are the NetWeaver 7.5, 7.5, 7.5 only. Just CRM component extra, SRM component extra. So portal, solution manager also, solution manager you can select Solman 7.2, like that you can tell.
Can we tell like
The
S4
SL
HANA
actually
also?
works well,
Is it
that's
okay?
So
SL.
yeah, if you have the S4 HANA, then you can say like S4 HANA. The recent version is the 2023, then 2022, then 2021, then 2020. Like that, you can tell. You can tell like either 2022 or 2021. You can tell either these 3. You can tell anyone, anything.
And sir, like what that is version is like 99.91 and 20.20
So
21 something.
operating system versions. So suppose if someone asks you the OS versions, so OS versions, just you can say like, so suppose if it is the SUSE Linux, you can say like SLES 15, SP01 or SP02, SP03, SP04, and SP05 is the latest one. You can say anything. Maybe you can say like either 3 or 4 or 5. You can say last 3 one, N-1 or N-2 you can say. So if it is the Red Hat
Okay.
Linux RHCL, you can say like RHCL. So 9.8.8 series. Then RHCL 9, 9.9.2, 9.3, then RHCL 10. So like that you can tell. RHL 11 also is there, you can tell. So if it is the Windows, now we know Windows. Windows means don't tell like Windows 11, Windows 10, Windows Server, so 2012, or Windows Server 2014, or Windows Server, so 2000, so 16, 18, then 2020, like that we have 19 are there. Just you can tell 2018 or 2019, you can tell. So that is fine. Server editions you have to tell. Server editions you need to tell.
Sir, HANA database versions.
So HANA side, you can just HANA 2.0. So SPS 07 is the latest. Before that 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 are there. You can tell like 6 or 7, you can tell. Always tell the n minus 1. As we are in the 6 only, we are planning to go to the 7. Or we are in the 04, we are planning to go to the 05. Like that, we can explain them. So just tell n minus 1. Either you can tell the latest one or latest minus 1 also you can tell.
Sir, that SNC.
SNC, to configure the SNC, we don't have any identity providers. Okay, that is required the SNC. But where to configure the SNC means we have to, there is a SNC wizard, there is a transaction code in the SNC wizard. So before that, there is a SNC certificates. So the cryptography libraries, everything we have to update it. So, but let me see in the other systems. SNC wizard, SNC wizard. So SNC wizard, SNC configuration we have to perform using the SNC wizard here. So why we need SNC configuration means, so with the SSO configuration, when you are logging to the SAP, you are using the user ID password. But if you configure the SNC, so we have to go to the SNC wizard. Then here we need to accept the all the parameters here, all will be created. So then but every user has the certification is required. Then system restart is required. So then, so this SNC private key will be created. So then there is a user is required here. That user will communicate to the your AD, and that user will be communicate to the, this is a SNC PSC, that user will be created here. So that PSC we have to update it. All the things we have to do it here. All the things we have to perform it here. Then SNC will be created. After that, every user, if you go to the every user transaction code here, suppose if I take the basis user, every user, so we need to enable the, we means security team, they will run the one job, background job. So all the users, they will enable the SNC P colon. So there is a SNC field here, there is a formula P colon CN. So hash something like that, there is a one certification formula, we have to update it here. So that whoever having the this SNC name, so they can connect to the SAP system here. From the logon pad also, we have to update the, we have to activate the SNC. Then whatever the name you have maintained for the your user, same name will be applicable to the here. Then P colon, so CN, so equals to or hyphen, what there is a form, there is a name, username, that username we have to maintain it here. So there is a lot of configuration we have to perform. AD side, we need the user certificate. That one we have to import to the here. Then there are a lot of things we have to do it. But here from our side, SNC wizard is the configuration. Using that configuration, we have to perform it.
Sir, if the configuration is done, will it be applicable for only that user or all
the
these?
users, all the users. Not every user has to perform. If system wide you are performing means it will be applicable for the all the users. Whoever having the AD account, so then they can able to log into the SAP system without entering the password.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Sir, sometime file system got full and system goes to hang state. How to handle this?
File system got full and system is in the hung status.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. File system is full. System SAP will not commit any transaction, right? File system is full. SAP will not. If the file system is full, SAP will not commit any transactions here. So in that case, either we need to check we need to do some cleanup activities. Under the USR SAP, are there any softwares or are there any unwanted files are there or not? We need to copy it. We need to check it out. We need to copy it here. So once the copy is done, so once the cleanup is done, so then the system able to communicate, which means how to handle it. One time it is acted, how to handle it means maybe the standard background jobs, if you keep on running, the suppose like old background jobs clearing, the spool logs clearing, some of the traces, someone who is on, then we need to switch off the traces. So ICM falls, work directory field files cleanup. If you do all kind of activities, so then system will be the clean, no file system full issues, then so system will not go down. So cleanup activities, either regular monitoring we have to keep in place. Otherwise, we have to delete some unwanted logs, old log files from the work directory, gateway logs, some of the code dumps, all will be deleted. So those things we need to take care here. Those things we have to so clearly handle it.
So when slash user SAP SID folder gets full, so which folder we need to clean up?
Under the USR SAP, there is no specific folder like you need to clean up this folder only. Okay, there is no folder like naming convention or something. So work directory, you have the files names called the .old. Suppose like if you see here, so in the file systems we have some .old files. Those files we can clear it here, which are not used. So which are not used, we can clean up. So there is no naming convention. There is nothing like you have to delete this folder, this folder. So you need to identify which files are not used by the system. So those things we have to identify, then we need to delete it here. So maximum, there are the old files. Old files we have to delete it here. If you go to the work directory, so underscore old files. Why? Because there is old means it's not used. It will create the main files here. That's why. So we have the old files that folders are there that will delete it. Suppose if you go to the log folder, there are some log files which are not used. Saved traces files which are not used. Some here you can see there are some traces RFCs. There are the many files. This is ICM.log file. So why? Because already there is a dev underscore ICM file is there. This .old file is the old file, right? Backup file. This way does not require. Just you can delete that file here. You can delete that file. We can delete it here. That file we can delete in the systems here, right? So like that. So we can do the activities in the systems here. So the deletions like that, we can perform the activities.
Sir, after patching activity, if the gateway is not getting up, means what we need to troubleshoot, sir?
What is that?
After the patching activity, gateway server is not getting up. It is not getting started. It is in gray state only.
Gray status means maybe the gateway related kernel files or something is not updated properly. We need to just check whether kernel upgrade is correctly happened or not. Then if yes, then we can check it out and we can might be a gateway process not starting means might be issues with the your kernels, gateway kernels. So we need to check whether the kernels updated correctly or not. Maybe if you do the full restart, sometimes it will fix it out. Full restart, sometimes it will be fixed it out here. So after the kernel upgrade, after the maintenance.
బీహార్లోని ఆడ ఆ బావుని 2 సార్లు గెలిచింది ఫోన్ చేసి
Hello,
But
sir.
if HANA data and HANA log volume has full, so what action we need to take immediately?
I think yesterday I explained, right, in the HANA administration class.
No, I'm not from HANA. I have not done.
Then you will get the during the HANA time. You will
Okay,
get
okay, in
it.
HANA classes.
Okay, but
Okay,
since you asked me the question, so if the HANA data or the log volume full situation. Data volume never full. Why? Because during the 3 into RAM size, we will take it out, but we will never full. In case of you are not taking the backups, that time data volume will be full. But log volume full situation we will get. Why? Because there is some log backups will happen every 15 minutes. Once the log backups will happen, so it will clean up the log volumes and the full log segments and everything in the system. So the only cases is log backup is not happening, your file system will be full. So in that case, you need to run the backup. But sir, log volume is full, then how the backups will run? No, backups will not run here. So in that case, what we have to do, we need to execute the reclaim command, alter system, reclaim the log volume, something there is a command, 150, something there is a command, we have to use it. So this command will clean up the will reclaim the some of the free space. In case that free space is not coming means, then finally we need to check the where we have the availability free space in which directory. So create the mount point to that availability mount space using the ls-s. Soft link we have to create to the so free directory, free space directory where we have the enough space directory, soft link. So we have to create it. Then, so we can bring back the system. We can start up the system. Then all the logs will be moved to the available free directory. Then after that, we can run the backup. Then 1 weekend we can down it and we can increase the space and we can do the other activities here. So don't delete any files by humans. Like we cannot delete anything in the log, the /n log and /n data. Only thing is permanently we need to extend the space, or if not temporarily we need to create the soft link to the available free space directory, so that files or log backups will be moved to that free space directory instead of /n log.
Sir, but we are not supposed to increase the file system, right? It is responsibility of OS team.
Yeah, we will not do it, but the OS team responsible means, so they will take time. In between our system is down, so temporarily we can create the soft link to the where we have the enough free space, then we can do that one.
Okay.
Sir, how to bring all landscape system to Logon pad, SAP Logon pad?
We have to manually add it, each and everything. We have to manually, how we have added all the systems. So all the systems we have to add it. Or if someone already have added, they have the file, then there is a landscape.xml file. There is a landscape.xml file. So that XML file we have to, if you import that landscape.xml file into your desktop, then you can able to see all the entries.
Yeah, how to create that XML file? To distribute all the.
Do you know how to create the entry in the Logon pad?
Yeah, that I know.
If you know, whatever you are doing here, each and everything will be added to in the backend in the one of the XML file only. You don't need to manually add it everything. So whatever I am doing here, same will be whatever I am doing here in the Logon pad. Everything will be in the one place, UI landscape.xml file here. So if I delete something here, that will delete the file from the logonpad.xml file only. If I add something, that will be added to the here itself only. So if you copy this file to yourself, you will also get the everything. You no need to manually add it. If you add the entry here, automatically all the systems will be added to the here. So yeah, if you want to manually do it, then you can open with the notepad. So then you can open with the notepad, that XML file. So then you can just add the UID, system number, something like that. We have to manually add it, all the details.
Yeah, when I joined, they simply gave me that XML file I imported and
Yes.
all came.
All came, yeah. Why? Because they have already using it, then you will automatically will also get it out here. Otherwise, centralized logon file, you have to maintain it here. Same way, when you log into the system, when you log into our jump server, right? So when you log into our jump server here, So if you open, automatically you will get all the entries. Automatically you will get all the entries here. So why? Because we have added all the things we have added here. So we have manually added. So you no need to manually add it. If you open the Logon pad, you will see all the entries here. You will see all the entries here. You no need to add it. So create it, nothing. So it's not required. Why? Because in the gym server, whoever thousands of users are there, thousands of users can able to see this Logon pad entry. I have configured like this here, so that they can access all those things.
Okay.
Sir,
Hello?
if there is a long running job is running from the long time and the user doesn't want to cancel that session, so what action we need to take? Like,
The long running job is running, user don't want to cancel that session, then we have that job is running. Then what we have,
okay.
Sir,
have to keep
sometimes
that
we need to check why it is taking
if the
long
job,
time.
whether the job is running, clearly job is doing something or not. Why? Because each job will run on the one of the BTC work process. If you check the BTC work process history, so then you will come to know BTC work process log directory and whether it is sequential read or it is doing something, it's not updating something means, so something is not updating means the work process job is not doing anything, just hung status. Then we can cancel it. If job is doing, so then we have to wait till completion of the job. So if they ask us to cancel, we can cancel it. So we need to check the work process log.
Sometimes how they will ask is, last 1 week, daily it is completing in 30 minutes. Why today it is taking 1 hour and next day it is taking 1.5 hours? So how we can troubleshoot that scenario?
So in that case, we need to check. So when onwards the job is running from long time. So from yesterday onwards. So then since yesterday onwards, are there any transports? Why? Because each job will run on the one of the foreground and variant. Are there any changes are happened in the foreground? So this program is updating which table? Are there any changes are happened in the table? So are the table having the indexes? So what exactly the table contains? So all these areas we need to check it out. Are there any transports related to this program? Mode. So any variant changes are happened in the system. So why? Because up to yesterday it running fine. From yesterday onwards, it's giving the error, which means something is happened in the yesterday onwards. So what changes are happened in the system? Are there any configuration changes, program changes, variant changes? So what happened? Any table entries got high table entries? So like that, we have to start the investigating in all the areas.
Sir, what is the table of your background, sir?
Background job table name is the TBTCT. So this is for background jobs related information will be there. TBC star tables here. TBTCT and TBTC. Yes. So this background job related information, how many jobs, what is the schedule, all the information will be there in these two tables here. So so it's not so, but job will update the some other finance tables, functional tables, records, everything. So those tables we need to like, not this tables here.
Sir, in SM21, uh, in log files, we can only check whether the start or stop log files or the user who is logging which transaction is
Everything,
doing also, we can everything.
everything user related, entire system related, all the actions will be recorded in the SM21. We can find out the either user disconnected, user terminal issues, user network issues. So exact all the information we can track in the SM21.
When we done the transaction, it will be affected at the time, or do you have any time gap in between that?
Immediately it will affect it. Immediately it will reflect it.
Okay.
Not
In SM20,
if not reflecting, then we need to take the trace of the user and we need to see what's happening with that user and everything.
okay. In that PID, what is the use of PID? It was generating one PID number.
PID means process ID. Every work process there is a ID. So that ID will run
Okay.
at the operating system level. If you cancel that ID, that process will be killed. That process will dead. So operating system level process, that is the one.
Sir, what about the IDOC entries? If they want us to delete some IDOC entries,
Then we have to perform the archiving and deletion activities.
okay.
We have
In
to.
OS
we have to-
level or system level, sir?
At SAP level, there is a archiving objects. So there is a archiving. We need to clean up the these entries. Old years of old data, we can clean up it. In the W0 to R, so W20, there is some transaction codes. Using this transaction codes, so we can clean up. Okay. I think you have great questions. I think